I covered the pronunciation of 10 international brand names in an earlier video, and now I'm back with 10 more. The pronunciation of these brand names is not obvious from their spelling, so they tend to trip you up. If you want to say the brand names correctly while learning a thing or two about the brands, keep watching. Do note that this video is a collaboration between Storyboard 18 and The English Nut. If you haven't already, please subscribe to The English Nut on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Thank you. Porsche is a German car maker known for its high-performance luxury sports cars, SUVs and sedans. It's not pronounced Porsche, but Porsche. This brand got its name from the surname of its founder, Ferdinand Porsche. He started the company in Stuttgart, Germany in 1931. Initially, the company did not launch cars under its own name but developed them for others. For example, it designed the Volkswagen Beetle. The Beetle's design is considered one of the most successful car designs of all time. The Porsche 911 is one of the company's other successes. Launched in 1964, this legendary sports car continues to be manufactured today, with enhancements of course. In 1999, the 911 ranked 5th in a poll to determine the car of the century. It's not like the English word channel. It's Chanel with a single N, and it's pronounced Chanel because CH is pronounced like SH in French. Chanel is a French fashion house famous for women's fashion, luxury goods and accessories. It's named after its founder, Gabrielle Chanel, who was better known by her nickname Coco Chanel. Her signature scent, Chanel No. 5, was an iconic product in her lifetime and continues to be one today. Coco Chanel is the only fashion designer on Time magazine's list of the 100 most influential people of the 20th century. And the brand Chanel has carried her legacy forward successfully into the 21st century. Moët Chandon is the most famous champagne house in the world. In French, the letter at the end of a word is usually silent, but Moët is a Dutch name in which the T at the end is sounded. It is actually the surname of Claude Moët, whose family was originally from the Netherlands, though he was born in France. He founded the company in 1743. Chandon was later added on when a man with this surname married into the family and joined the business. One more thing, ET pronounced A is the French word for and, hence Moët Chandon is the proper French way of saying it. However, you may also choose to call it Moët and Chandon. Do note that champagne is spelt with a capital C because this sparkling wine is named for the Champagne region of France where it is produced. It's similar to the way Darjeeling tea is written with a capital D. Dom Pérignon is the signature champagne of Moët Chandon. It is named after Dom Pierre Pérignon, a Benedictine monk who was a pioneer of superior champagne. It's a soft D in Dom, and you don't enunciate the N at the end of Pérignon. You pronounce the preceding O nasally, Pérignon. If you have difficulty saying the French R, you can simply pronounce it the English way, Pérignon. But note the acute accent on the E. That means you stress the first syllable, Pérignon. Dom Pierre Pérignon was a cellar master at a Benedictine abbey in northeastern France. Although he did not actually discover the champagne method, which produces this unique sparkling wine, he pioneered a number of winemaking techniques. He perfected the art of producing clear white wines from black grapes by cleverly manipulating the presses. He also introduced corks instead of wood to seal the bottles. Some people believe that Adidas is an acronym of All Day I Dream About Sport, but this is a myth. The founder of this brand was called Adolf Dassler. His nickname was Adi, and Adidas is essentially his nickname plus the first part of his surname. It's not pronounced Adidas or Adidas, it's Adidas. Dassler got American sprinter Jesse Owens to wear his handmade shoes in the 1936 Olympics, helping his brand gain international prominence. The three stripes that are a part of Adidas's brand identity have an interesting story. Dassler bought this branding in 1952 from a Finnish company called Karhu Sports for the equivalent of 1,600 euros and 2 bottles of whiskey. The branding worked so well for Adidas that Dassler described it as the Three Stripes Company. Adidas is the second largest sportswear company in the world after Nike. Adi's brother Rudolf was originally a part of the Adidas business, but later split with the company and established the rival brand Puma. This brand is now French, but originally it wasn't. It was a Spanish brand, and in the Spanish spoken in Spain, C is pronounced like the TH in thing. So its original pronunciation was Balenciaga. It is a luxury fashion house founded in 1917 by Spanish designer Cristobal Balenciaga. His designs were worn by the Spanish royal family and the aristocracy, but the Spanish Civil War forced him to shut shop in Spain and relocate to Paris in 1937. The brand is now owned by a French multinational company which doesn't pronounce it the Spanish way but as Balenciaga, with the S sound of C. So you don't have to struggle with the Spanish pronunciation Balenciaga anymore. Designer Gianni Versace founded the Italian luxury fashion company bearing his name in 1978. The brand name is often mispronounced as Versace, but the correct pronunciation is Versace. It's certainly not Versace or Versace. You see, in Italian, C is pronounced CH when it is followed by E or I. In 1994, the black dress designed by Versace for actress Elizabeth Hurley garnered international attention. It was referred to in the media simply as that dress. Versace also designed outfits for Princess Diana, Michael Jackson, and Elton John. In 1997, Gianni Versace was murdered in Miami. After that, his sister Donatella Versace took over as the creative director of the brand. In 2000, the green Versace dress worn by Jennifer Lopez at the Grammy Awards caused a stir. In a poll in 2008, the green dress was voted the 5th most iconic dress of all time, while Liz Hurley's black Versace dress was voted the most iconic dress of all time. Louis Vuitton is one of the world's leading fashion houses. The S is silent in the first name Louis. If you tend to mix up your V's and W's, you're going to have trouble with Vuitton. It's Vuitton. And just as in Dom Pérignon, you don't pronounce the N at the end of Vuitton as a distinct letter. Instead, you nasalize the preceding O, Louis Vuitton. But if you prefer, you can pronounce it the English way, which is Louis Vuitton. This French fashion house and luxury goods company was founded in 1854 by a man called, you guessed it, Louis Vuitton. His LV monogram appears on the company's products, ranging from luxury luggage, handbags, watches, and jewelry to sunglasses and more. Some people simply refer to the brand as LV to avoid tripping up on the pronunciation of the French name. The full form of the company name is Louis Vuitton Maltier. Maltier is the French word for luggage maker. Mondelez is the American multinational company that makes and bakes brands like Cadbury, Oreo, and 5 Star. It's not pronounced Mondelez or Mondelez, it's Mondelez. When Kraft Foods split into 2 companies, it decided to call one of the companies Mondelez. Kraft held an in-house contest to come up with the name. The winning name, selected from 1,700 entries, was coined by 2 of its employees. It's a mashup between 2 words, monde, a word meaning world that is derived from Latin and various Romance languages, and delice, which is a fanciful expression of delicious. That's the story of how the company went from an easy to pronounce name like Kraft to a somewhat more challenging one like Mondelez. Bulgari, the Italian luxury fashion house, was founded in 1884 by Greek silversmith Sotirio Bulgari. His original name in Greek was Sotirios Vulgaris, which became Sotirio Bulgari in Italian. The emphasis is on the first part of the name, Bulgari. The Bulgari logo is written in all caps with a V instead of a U. The reason for this is that the ancient Latin alphabet did not have a U. The letter V was used in its place. Bulgari used the V in its logo to give it a distinctive look and to connect the brand to the heritage of ancient Rome. Bulgari is known for jewelry, watches and more. During the 1950s and 60s, Bulgari caught the attention of the international elite. Classic movies such as Roman Holiday and La Dolce Vita were filmed in Rome. Actresses like Elizabeth Taylor, Audrey Hepburn and Ingrid Bergman discovered the Bulgari store on Via Condotti in Rome, and their on- and off-screen romance with Bulgari jewelry began. Bulgari jewelry continues to feature in Hollywood movies even today. Movies like Mission Impossible, for example. There you have it, 10 international brand names and how to say them right. I hope you enjoyed the video. For more insights on the English language delivered with wit and charm, do subscribe to The English Nut on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. I'm The English Nut. Bye for now.